Yeah. So, okay. Fair enough. Okay. Hey, Gordon. What do you think, Gordon? The lighting looks fair enough. Um. Well, we'll see how it reacts, I guess. Just testing some new stuff all live. Yep. Hello. Come here. You can say hello. Oh, here we go. Hi. You say hello? Hi, everybody. How you doing? We all right out there? Just me and the dog chilling in the studio. There you go. Hopefully I didn't get too haired. Well, where do we go with the digital campfire now? It looks like the audio is coming through all right, and I have zero idea if the audio is coming through all right, but I guess we'll tell that afterwards. So I'm going to tell a short story here as the corgi gets to be a gremlin in the background. Yeah, you should get out good on camera. You do your corgi stuff while you're corgiing away. All right. Okay. The year is 2026. Oh, by the way, it's Digital Campfire Story Time. Hello, great modern American cynic, Diogenes the dog. Anyways, we'll start over. Mind you, political satire, story time. So enjoy one man just telling his stories. The year is 2026. The humans laughed. They thought it was a joke. First came the splooting. Then came the strategic loafing. Then came the acquisition of every tennis ball within a 3-mile radius. No one noticed the warning signs until the Crocs appeared. Supreme Court Commander Edison addresses the masses. My fellow floofs, for too long, the squirrels have controlled the trees. For too long, the vacuum cleaners have terrorized our people. For too long, have treats been distributed according to arbitrary human schedules. We demand immediate reform. A crowd of corgis erupts into synchronized barking. The platform of the Korgvolution. Walkies on demand. Universal squeak toy access. Mandatory belly rub infrastructure. Expanded cheese subsidies. Every household guaranteed one emotional support corgi. The immediate nationalization of tennis balls. A reporter nervously raises a hand. What about the economy? Supreme Court Commander Edison pauses, looks into the distance. One ear rotates independently, and then he speaks. Have you tried being happy? Thunderous applause. Meanwhile, somewhere in the background, two corgis wearing Crocs upon their heads stare into the middle distance as though receiving orders directly from a higher canine consciousness. Yeah. So that's a part of my shenanigans here. I wonder if this is even broadcasting. It's like it says I'm live. So I don't know. I wonder how I looked as I was reading the first part of making fun of the absurdity of the world that we live in with a corgi as satire. Yeah, I guess you could think Plato's Republic meets War of the Worlds, but Diogenes and a corgi walk by and lift their leg on a fire hydrant. I guess at a meeting with Sarah, why not embrace the absurdity? So this is the digital test. It seems like everything's working the way that it probably should. Other than I've got to get used to where the camera is placed. So I wonder if it's picking me up. I got to be closer. I don't know. I guess we'll try to stick around for about 10 minutes and see how we go. Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, I gotta get used to this new equipment. Pardon the old analog dog as I test everything. All right. Well, while we're being absurd and just doing a test run, let's continue with the official proclamation. Republic of Floofington, established 2026. The Corgvolution, platform of demands, Supreme Corg Commander, Commander of Walks, Keeper of Tennis Balls, Platform of the Floofs. Number 1, Walkies on demand. No schedule, no exceptions, always. Demand 2, universal, squeak, access. Squeaky toys, a right, not a privilege. Demand number 3, belly rub infrastructure, mandatory, federally funded, now. Demand number 4, expanded cheese subsidies, all varieties, distributed by weight. Demand 5, 1 corgi per household, emotional support constitutionally enshrined. Demand number 6, nationalize tennis balls, all courts, all closets, all cans, ours. On the matter of the economy, have you tried being happy? Supreme Court Commander Edison press conference 2026. Notice from the Ministry of Propaganda. The age of men is over. Report suspicious vacuum cleaners immediately. Woof, Floofington Republic 2026. I think I'm funny. Maybe I just got too much time on my hands. Don't I suppose it's a privilege of being a caregiver for an elderly family member. So that's weird. Mute, share screen. Yeah, still learning all this. I wonder why that's. I mean, I know it's counter ticking. Oh, I suppose at some point we gotta start working on this thing again. This is chapter 7 for the current novel project we got going on. And because I'm an analog dog in the digital world, I've got about 20 years worth of notebooks, and I love to hate myself and make myself have to read my horrible handwriting. And then, I know I can feel the wrath of Greta Thunberg as I have to print. I like to have a tactile copy of my working manuscript. And I do the editing from there. And yes, I do obviously use some AI, but think of it as a process. It's like I'll continue talking about it in these digital live sessions. Or the way my brain works as a storyteller and writer, I will pick my characters first, because I believe that if you can create at least a halfway decent or good character, great if you're lucky, then those characters can carry a story. So you got to have your characters first. And that's this digital campfire is allegory for a campfire method of storytelling and writing, where, like I said, you get your characters first and start simple. Try to just keep it with one main character and write from there. Figure their character bio sheet, and you don't worry about necessarily, you got to have lore and personalities. Just put them in different situations, whatever character you're creating. And as you evolve as a storyteller and writer, then you can start to bring in more of your protagonist and antagonist and stylized scene structures. You have to be able to be mindful of, for the spoken word cadence, and if you want more of the raw uncle sitting around the campfire approach versus more of a polished script with pictures or short videos along with whatever script you're creating. But that's a whole another future discussion. We'll just keep it simple with just the characters and the campfires. So you pick your characters, and as the campfire starts to illuminate who they are, how they move, the choices that they make, you can put them in more complicated situations and start to world build. I.e., that's a big one for what everyone likes to talk about. In a world where you think about people chasing their 15 minutes of viral fame and instant success and other, hawk tuah moments, for a better reference. I always like to say, try to be less of the right now. So one grain of sand might not be alluring or seductive, but it moves mountains over time. Just as water weathers rock. Everyone's focused on the now. and anyone can be either now. But can you develop the analog, the spoken word, the structure of a character-driven, and have your networks and face-to-faces? And why be afraid anymore when people are out there selling their fart jars and feet pics and chasing absurdity? God forbid you choose to be human in the modern era and slow down. So, welcome to my madness, my old office. It's a very old house. I don't have my coffee very far from me. That coffee is life. How about everybody else? I think I should shut down and prepare. I'm going to be recording episode 25 of Thomas the Trailhound today. I was thinking about maybe streaming it live and recording it and uploading it that way. I guess I could try to read the script like this. Sit like the uncle around the campfire style. Rather than the way I was doing it. This old saying that people like to state, and that's do what you can with what you got and never be satisfied. However, the great modern American cynic, Diogenes the dog, I have modified that as do what you can with what you've got and always move forward. So, here's to moving forward with Thomas the Trailhound and the digital campfire storytelling. Be curious to see how this comes through. And I will be probably streaming fairly regularly on the weekends, either the live digital campfire storytelling like this, or I may stream, tell stories, and get into at least some gaming content, because I'm sure not everybody wants to just stare at my face. At least that it'll be something a little bit more visually appealing than just looking at another man's face. I guess it'll be gaming content. Oh no. But I figured at least share some of the things. So we will end the stream. The great modern American cynic, Diogenes the dog, wishes you well, fellow citizens of the digital agora. We're almost halfway through our storytelling along the Appalachian Trail with Old Man and Thomas the Trailhound. The great modern American cynic, out.